going on, YouTube Nation? This is Dark Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. And Merry Christmas. So I have a high yield dividend stock. I'm going to do a review on it. I'm going to go over the pros and cons. It's a business development company, less than $20. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. A lot of you guys watch my videos and don't subscribe or hit the notification bell. So I looked at some data and, you guys are missing some videos if you don't subscribe. So make sure you do that. And this is a very interesting business development company. So I'm going to review it. It's with a big company out there. And some people like it, some people don't. So I'm going to review it. I'll show you some things that turn me on and turn me off. So let's check this stock out right now. That stock is Goldman Sachs BDC, GSBD. Has a dividend yield of 12.35%, a PE ratio of 16.43, average volume 541.06K, market cap 1.50 billion US dollars. Its year range is 1387 to 2060. Day range is 1421 to 1462, and its previous close was 1427. So let's check these guys out a little bit more in depth. Their investment objective is to generate current income and, to a lesser extent, capital appreciation through investments in secured debt, including first and second lien debt, unsecured debt, and including mezzanine debt, and to a lesser extent, investments in equities. Let's check out their portfolio. They have a lot of lien secured debt securities right here. They have common stock with software, so they're in professional services, commercial services and supplies, diversified commercial services. They're big into software, so that's a turn on. Diversified financial services. They have common stock. They have distributors, Animal Supply Holdings, LLC. A lot of software. AQ, Helios Buyer, did a little bit of research in them. Looks pretty attractive. And again, this is not financial advice for entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer in the description. They have communications equipment with ATX. Badger Sportswear, apparel and luxury goods. Again, diversified financial services. I like that. So they're well diversified. Healthcare technology is another thing that's a turn on. So Capital Imaging Acquisition Corp. Health providers and services. I like this over here. Entertainment, they're into that. So that's another thing that's diversified. And software, again, healthcare providers and services. So there's a lot of good things out there regarding these guys. Right here, Almerica, I looked a little bit in these guys with chemicals. I find that very interesting as well in capital markets. So, I mean, I'm just right here. I'm not even halfway through, and they have a lot of stuff. And obviously, Goldman Sachs, they're a big company. So that's one thing that's a huge turn on with these guys. Another thing I just want to go over, even household products, and then hotels, restaurants, and leisure. So look at that diversification. IT services, building products, pharmaceuticals, leisure products, again, auto components. So the diversification is a huge turn on. Oil, gas, and consumable fuels also. So let's see what else. There's a few things that I want to also go on. Construction engineering, that's another one that they have. So a lot of diversification, air freight and logistics. I mean, I'm just about at the bottom. In beverages. So wine.com LLC, that's another thing they're incorporated in. And food products. So chemicals, food products, a lot of diversification. Now let's check out their revenue. So revenue-wise, this is in millions US dollars. 2015, it was 118. 2016, 125. 2017, 136. 2018, 146. 2019, 147. 2020, 172. And then 2021, 346. That's one thing that's very attractive with these guys. Their revenue is jumping up like crazy. Diversification. They have a lot of companies. I mean, there's a lot of diversification. So that's a huge thing that's a turn on. Anytime I look at a business development company, I like revenue trends. I like the high yield. Okay, there's a high yield with these guys. And the nice thing is their revenue is going up, and they're Goldman Sachs. So, Goldman Sachs is a big company. They have a strong reputation, and they're a huge financial sector stock. That's one thing that's a major turn on for me. Now let's check on their dividend history. So here's their dividend history. So let's start in 2015. It's 45 cents. 2016, it's 45 cents. 2018, it's 45 cents. You got a little special dividends that's squeezed in here in March. And then you got another special dividend that's squeezed in June. And you have another dividend that's squeezed in September, but it's still stagnant at 45 cents. Payout ratio is 89%. The number of dividend increases in the last 5 years is 3. So if you bought one share, you made 180 with a 12.35% dividend yield. So the pros are it's a high yield dividend stock. Its revenue is done pretty well. Looking at their trends, they are Goldman Sachs. And again, I'm not giving financial advice for entertainment purposes, only disclaimer in the description. They have their revenue increase, but the cons are they haven't hiked their dividend. So this is one that I may consider buying after reviewing this. Again, I like to get to 100 shares. It's easily possible to get to 100 shares. These guys are cheap. They're less than $20. You're getting 45 cents. So you're getting a good bang for your buck with these guys. That's a good thing about these guys. And again, you know, with their dividend distribution, they're quarterly. So, you know, one thing I can see myself doing, again, I'm not pumping a stock. I don't like to pump stocks, and I don't pump stocks. You get to 100 or 200 shares and then just reinvest the dividends and see what happens. But you get 45 cents. That's a high yield. It appears to be pretty stable. Again, I'm not a financial expert, but just looking at this, it's a high yield dividend stock. You get 45 cents. People invest in Prospect Capital. You're kind of stagnant. These guys have potentially an opportunity to hike their dividend in the future because of their revenue and diversification. So, I invested in HRZN, Horizon Technology Finance. They hike their dividend. Their revenue is going up. And remember, the rules of a business development company or real estate investment trust, 90% of what they make have to go back to shareholders. That's kind of the rules of a business development company and or a REIT. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. But the price is very attractive. So I'm going to keep an eye on these guys. I'll make an announcement if I buy them. But there's a lot of things that I'm looking at considering buying, and this is definitely on my radar. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys are new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. And you guys have a Merry Christmas. Take care, and I'm going to try to squeeze a video in tomorrow.